Okay guys, here we go. This is for any of you who, like myself, have a Sherwood 6-inch surface grinder that you use for sharpening your jointer blades, planer blades, thicknesser blades. I'm going to do a quick upgrade on this one, and there's a good reason for it. They come out standard when you buy these with a aluminium oxide grinding wheel, which does the job. You can see this one's reasonably well used. The downside with the aluminium oxide wheels is that they do tend to overheat your planer blades as you're grinding them, which removes the temper from the planer blade, and instead of being a high-speed steel or a tool steel, can turn it back into basically mild steel, very soft. And then once they might be sharp, but they don't hold their edge long because they've been overheated during the grinding process. And what I'm planning to do is to remove this aluminium oxide wheel and replace it with a new technology that is called cubic boron nitride. This is a replacement grinder wheel. You can see it's got a 40mm by 40mm grinding surface on it, made from cubic boron nitride. And the difference with this wheel is that CBN does not overheat when you grind high-speed steel and tool steel. It actually cold grinds. It's basically a self-cooling wheel. No need to have liquid or water. You don't need water bath technology. It's a material that does not collect the metal swarf from your planer blades as you grind them. This particular one came in Australia from a crowd called Vicmark, who manufacture them. I imagine they bring them in from China, let's face it. This is a 150mm by 32 arbor, 40mm by 40mm on the side and face, and 240 grit is the coarseness of it. So this is a direct replacement for the aluminium oxide wheel. I've pre-loosened these things so that I can get it off fairly quickly and just show you what I'm going to do. But I think it's a worthwhile upgrade, at least I'm hoping it will be. Just remove the cover and yeah, do your best not to lose all the bits, as I just did. Excuse me. Here we go. Okay, remove that. Next thing is to remove the little lockdown bolt that holds it in place, and the washer. I'll look at that in a second. The actual wheel itself, there you go, aluminium oxide, Stony Craft, 4200 RPM, 150 by 40 with a 1/2 inch arbor, 12.7mm. So this is the replacement one alongside the new one. You can see there's a fairly big difference in the arbor on this CBN wheel, and so what I did was I was able to source, bring that into focus, this little fellow, which is a bush and washer, 1/2 inch internal diameter, 32mm external diameter, that will fit, this is the one, there we go, that will fit inside that one to make it into a 1/2 inch arbor. You can see the machine arbor on the Sherwood planer is a 12.7mm or 1/2 inch. All that happens basically is you drop that onto the existing washer. You then drop your CBN or cubic boron nitride wheel over the top of that 32mm arbor, and it drops straight in there. Your locking hold down washer drops straight back in on top. The retainer drops straight down into there, and you will need from your need an Allen key, hexagon wrench I think you Americans call them, 5/32 of an inch, and lock that one down and give it a good nip up so that it's tight. trying to do this, and can actually achieve that by just turning the wheel that way. That's now tight, and then replace the cover that went on there, and you're good to go again. You've replaced one technology with another that I think will pay fairly big dividends, hopefully. That's about it. I'll finish it off with two hands because I'm finding it a bit difficult to do this next step with the camera in one hand, but essentially that's it. That's all you got to do. They're a self-cleaning, self-cooling grinding wheel. They should be good for about 10 years duration, and I think you'll find you'll get a far superior quality of sharp edge on your jointer and planer blades. This one does them up to 2 foot long, this particular Sherwood, and has adjustable angles here that you can set for you grinding your planer blade angles. That should be it. Hopefully that helps someone else that might be contemplating the same task. Thanks a lot. Bye.